time you run into a scenario that you're blindsided by, I want you to remember pink. I got a little pink in me. You got to be a little pink. You got a P for pink. You got to persevere. Would you say Kabaka persevered when she got her bad news? Big time. Now, what if she had thrown in the towel? What if she had gone into a pity party? What if she said, you know what, I'm not going to get up out of bed, I'm just going to go ahead and she traveled. She went all over the place. You know, sometimes when we get hit with bad news, a lot of us go into we don't persevere, we go to a pity party. And we stay there longer than we need to. We overstay our love. The lease runs out and we still want to rent.
Come on.
Right? So it's about persevering. That's part of being pink. Next time something comes at you, say, hey, I'm going to be a little pink about it. I'm going to persevere. Now that might take 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 years. Perseverance has no timeline. It calls you to persevere. For however long, you got to do it. But you got to set your mind that I'm going to persevere. Right? Pink, you got to be intentional.
Yes.
This didn't happen by chance. Kabaka was intentional. In fact, I was chatting with her a few days ago and I said, look, how many got registrations? At that time, like Thursday, it was like 12. I said, well, you know, you got to start thinking about maybe rescheduling, doing something. She said, no, whoever shows up, shows up. Yeah. It's for whoever's supposed to be here.
That's right.
We're not worried about the 100 who missed. We're worried about the 20 who show up. That's intentional. What are you going to stick with and stick through no matter what? That's intentional. Perseverance says, okay, now I'm going to stick with it, but I'm going to be intentional about whatever actions I'm going to take. And what do you got to be intentional about? And new thoughts. You know, when you're persevering, you're intentional. When you get blindsided with something, it's going to force you sometimes to have new thoughts, new patterns, new disciplines, new roadmaps, new people in your life, new relationships, new friendships. It's going to force you to be new. Because the old has gone, something has come into your life that's going to force you to do something new. You can't pour old wine, new wine into old wineskin.
That's right.
Anybody hear that?
Yeah.
Right? So it requires you to embrace the newness that comes along with adversity. Otherwise you won't get by. And then K, knowledge. The knowledge that comes along with recognizing that I've got to be wise with my next decision. Knowledge is great, but wisdom gives you the insight to make a better decision. Too many people, when adversity comes, number one, they run to the wrong people. You ever find that when trouble comes, you end up sometimes going to the wrong people who give you bad advice? And they make matters worse. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Come on, just think about somebody right now.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Right? So if you just go and take this random approach to dealing with a new situation without seeking knowledge and wisdom, you do end up making things worse. Everybody's got to be a little pink when adversity comes. Amen. So the next time you run into someone that catches you off guard, or maybe it's somebody who you know, who they're having a moment, you got to pull out the pink. What's the P? Perseverance. What's the I? Intentional. What's the N?
New thoughts.
New.
Just new.
Something new. And K? Knowledge. I promise you, it'll help you get through the tough times. And the P.I.N.K, the living proof of that, the testimonial, was standing right there.
Amen.